Rajasthan and Hyderabad are 7th and 8th going into this game on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 timeout. The Sunrisers are already out of contention for the playoffs. So with Carlos Brathwaite and Deep Gupta, we have one talking point. They would probably give new faces a go at some point. But ahead of even the big auction, Deep, is this looking like the end of the road for players like KEDAR JADHAV, brought just at the last auction, and Manish Pandey, who's been at the franchise for so long?
Well, I can't say that for Manish because I think he's had a hot and cold kind of a season, especially when he's batting top of the order. He's done well, but every time he's batted below number four or at four, his numbers aren't that great. So I don't know about Manish Pandey, but for Kedar, I think it's not just about this season. Last few season hasn't been that great for Kedar, so yeah, could well be.
Carlos, I guess as a franchise, they're going to have one eye at least on the big auction on next season. Manish Pandey, he's got 11 crore a year. Kedar Jadhav brought in his experience, middle order batter is not quite pulling his weight. At what point do they start saying, let's look at someone else?
I definitely want to keep Manish Pandey around. Probably free up a bit of budget, so probably want to buy him back a little cheaper. But good Indian players win you the IPL, sprinkled in with some international talent, and he's still a very good player on his day. Probably needs to be Robin to another Indian Batman. Maybe he hasn't fulfilled that main India batter middle order role that he was destined to fulfill, but all is not lost. I still think he's a very good player. And if he can have a season like he did a few years ago, he's someone that can win you the tournament, not on his own, but definitely be a big cog in the wheel. So I wouldn't discard Manish as yet. Still a quality player. Kedar Jadhav, he would have it a little tougher. Again, may not be bought for the amount that he's bought for, but a good role player, someone that can bring into a team, you know what you're going to get, offers a little bit with the ball, a little bit with the bat. So I'm sure that a franchise can find some space for him. I think the challenges that they will have is the rise in the number of young Indian batsmen that are putting their hands up and scoring runs for whichever franchise they set up for. So it's no longer a dearth in talent, and they are the ones tasked with pushing the Indian young batting forward. You have guys stepping up to the plate and scoring a lot of runs. So they've been pushed a bit on the back burner and haven't responded as well as they would like, but they're still good players. So let's not forget that. And maybe just a little less price tag, and a little less responsibility, and hopefully can be back to the best.
On that, Deep, you think at some point someone in that Sunrisers management is already thinking about Manish Pandey. He's 31, so he's not that old. Kedar, of course, is 36. But looking at the Indian batters in that team, would you be thinking, yes, Manish is someone we have to retain, whether he's had a great season or not?
Retention, I don't know whether you would want at this point in time. And as Carlos mentioned, that price tag is quite big. But in anyways, I mean, with the bigger auction, all that will change. But also, let's not forget that there'll be two new franchises next season as well. So obviously, the demand for Indian players will always be there and will be more next time around. So yeah, I mean, but having said that, there are quite a few young Indian batters in there, in Virat Singh, Abhishek Sharma. Unfortunately, someone like Abhishek, who's been around for a while with that franchise, but obviously hasn't grown or matured as quick enough as far as SRH is concerned. But there are good players in there, good Indian middle order players in that Hyderabad dressing room.
All right, thank you very much. Deep, Carlos, this was us wondering if Sunrisers are going to lose their patience, you think, with the Kedar Jadhav, who doesn't seem to be firing, and a Manish Pandey, who's been with the franchise for long. We might see a bit more of them. Let's see how they go against Rajasthan on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricket for T20 time.
We call it people technology.